Hello, future officers. Welcome to e-education. We revise static GK through MCQ in every evening. So today in this segment, we will revise our art and culture GK from previous year papers. Okay, so let's start today's session. First question, consider the following statements regarding satras. Okay, statement 1, satras are monastic institution largely found in Ladakh and neighboring regions. Statement 2, it is associated with new Vaishnavite reformist movement started by Srimanta Sankaradeva. Okay, so now which of the above statements is or are correct? Statement option A, 1 only, option B, 2 only, option C, both 1 and 2, and option D, neither 1 nor 2. Let's see once again. First statement, satras are monastic institutions largely found in Ladakh and neighboring regions. Okay, so this statement is incorrect. And satras is associated with new Vaishnavite reformist movement started by Srimanta Sankaradeva. This is absolutely correct. So option 2 is correct, and that is in option B, that is 2 only. Okay, move on to the explanation. Satras are monastic institutions created as part of the 16th century new Vaishnavite reformist movement started by Vaishnavite saint reformer Srimanta Sankara Deva. Okay, these satras or thans were established as centers of religious, social, and cultural reforms in the 16th century across Assam. Okay. Next, Satras promulgate Shankaradeva's unique worship through art approach with music, that is also called Bhorgit, dance, that is called Jatriya, and theatre, that is called Bhauna. Okay. Now move on to the next question. Consider the following pairs of folk dances and the states they are mainly associated with. Statement 1, Garba, Gujarat, Kalbelia, Rajasthan, Raslila, Uttar Pradesh, and Paika, Madhya Pradesh. So here we have to find out the correct statement. Okay, let's see. Option A, 1, 2 and 3. Option B, 1 and 3. Option C, 1, 2 and 4. And option D, 1, 2, 3, 4. All are correct. Let's see. Garba is related to Gujarat. This is absolutely correct. Okay. Now, Kalberia is related to Rajasthan. This is also absolutely correct. And Raslila is related to Uttar Pradesh. This one is also correct. And Paika is not related to Madhya Pradesh. So that's why statement 4 is incorrect. Now, move on to the explanation. So here the correct option will option A, that is 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Let's see the explanation. Garba is a popular folk dance of Gujarat held at the time of Navratra, and Garba actually refers to Garba Deep, an eastern pot with holes in which a lamp is lit and women dance around it in circular movement with rhythmic clapping. Okay, so this is all about Garba dance. Now, Kalbelia. What is Kalbelia? This is a sensuous folk dance performed by the women of Kalberia community of Rajasthan. Okay, so this dance is performed by a specific community. That name of the community is also Kalbelia. Okay, and the costumes and dance movement are similar to that of the serpent. Serpents mean snake. Okay, now bean. Bean is an a wind instrument played by snake charmers, and this is the instrument for this folk dance also, and this is popular in musical instrument in this dance form. And UNESCO has inscribed Calvaria folk songs and dances in the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity in 2010. So that's why this point is very, very important. Okay. Next, Braj Ras Leela is a popular folk dance in the region of Uttar Pradesh, revolving around the adolescent love stories of Radha and Krishna. Okay. Now let's see about Paika folk dance. This is a martial folk dance performed in the southern part of Odisha. Okay. So Paika is the dance form of Odisha, not Madhya Pradesh. So that's why statement 4 was incorrect. Okay. Now move on to the next question. Consider the following statements regarding Konak Sun Temple. Okay. So statement 1. The temple was also known as White Pagoda and was used as navigational landmark by ancient sailors to Orissa. Statement 2. It is a classical illustration of Kalinga architecture. And statement 3. The temple is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay. So here, statement true, that is a classical illustration of Kalinga architecture. This is absolutely correct. The temple is UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is also absolutely correct. But the first statement is incorrect. Okay. Let's see the options. We have to find out the correct statement. So already we find it that statement 2 and 3. C will the correct answer. 2 and 3 are correct. Okay. Move on to the explanation. About the temple of Konark, it built in the 13th century. The Konark temple was conceived as a gigantic chariot of the sun god. Okay. With 12 pairs of exquisitely ornamented wheels pulled by 7 horses. So this is little an important fact. It was built by King Narasingha Dev I, the great ruler of Ganga dynasty. Okay. And this is also called as Surya Devalaya. So this temple is also called Surya Devalaya. It's a classical illustration of Odisha style of architecture or Kalinga architecture. Okay. Next, the temple was included in UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1984 for its architectural greatness and also for the sophistication and abundance of sculptural work. Okay. Next, the temple is a perfect blend of Kalinga architecture heritage, exotic beach and salient natural beauty also. Okay. It is protected under the national framework of India by the Ancient Monument and Archaeological Sites and remains AMASR Act and its rules. Okay. Next question. Next point. The Konark is the third link of Odisha's Golden Triangle. Okay. The first link is Jagannath Puri. Second is Bhubaneswar, the capital city of Odisha. And the temple is also known as Black Pagoda, not White Pagoda, due to its dark color and used in the navigational landmark by ancient sailors to Odisha. Similarly, the Jagannath temple in Puri is called White Pagoda. So this is very, very important point. What is Black Pagoda and what is called White Pagoda. Okay. It remains a major pilgrimage site for Hindus who gather here every year for the Chandrabhaga Mela. This is a famous Mela around the month of February. Okay. Now, move on to the next question. Consider the following statements regarding Bharhut sculptures. Okay. Statement 1. Bharhut sculptures are small, unlike the image of Yaksha and Yakshini in the Mauryan period. And statement 2. The narratives showing Queen Maya Devi's dream is an example of Bharhut sculpture. Statement 3. Illusion of three-dimensionality can be formed in the relief panels depicting narratives. Okay, here the first statement is incorrect. Okay, this is unlike the image of Yaksa and Yakshmini in the Mauryan period. This is incorrect. And statement to the narrative showing Queen Mayadevi's dream, this is absolutely correct. Illusion of three-dimensionality can be found in the relief panels depicting narrative. This is absolutely correct. Okay, let's see the options. Which of the above statements is or are correct? Okay, we have to correct the correct options. So that's our already we got 2 and 3 only, that is in option A. Okay, move on to the explanation. What is Barhoot? Barhoot sculpture are tall like the image of Yaks and Yakshini in the Mauryan period. Modeling the sculpture volume is in low relief, maintaining linearity. Okay, now images stick to the picture plane. In the relief plane depicting narratives, illusion of three-dimensionality is shown with title perspective, and clarity in the narrative is enhanced by selecting main events. At Bharut, narrative panels are shown with fewer characters, but as the time progresses, apart from the main character in the story, others also start appearing in the picture space. At times more than one event or one geographical place is clubbed in the picture space, or only a single main event is depicted in the picture scape. Okay, next point. The narrative beliefs of Barwood show how artisans use the pictorial language very effectively to communicate stories. Okay, so this is important about Bharut. So the narrative reliefs is very impressive. And next, in one such narrative showing Queen Mayadevi. Who is Mayadevi? Mayadevi is the mother of Siddhartha Gautam. Okay, so such narrative is showing Mayadevi's dream. A descending elephant is shown. The queen is shown reclining on the bed, whereas the elephant is shown on the top of heading towards the home of the Queen Mayadevi. So this is the picture. Okay, and this picture name is Bharhut. This is very important. Whenever you will study NCERT, you should see these pictures and the heading also very carefully. Okay, let's see the next question. Consider the following statements regarding Nayaka painting. Okay, statement 1. The Nayaka paintings depict the scenes from Krishna Lila. And statement 2. Nayaka paintings were an extension of the Vijayanagara style with minor regional modifications. Okay, so here both the statements are correct. Okay, so the correct option will be option C. Move on to the explanation. The Nayaka paintings depict episodes from Mahabharata and Ramayana and also scenes from Krishna Lila. In Tiruvharar, there is a panel narrating the story of Muchukunda. Okay. In Chidambaram, there are panels of painting narrative stories related to Shiva and Vishnu. Shiva as Bhikshatana Murti and Vishnu as Mohini Murti. Okay. Next, in the Sri Krishna temple at Chengam in Arcot district, there are 60 panels narrating the story of Ramayana, which represent the late phase of Nayaka paintings. The example cited above suggests that Nayaka paintings were more or less an extension of the Vijayanagara style with minor regional modifications and incorporations. Okay, so this is all for this. These are all for this segment. If you are if you didn't subscribe this channel till, do subscribe, share with your friends and like and press the bell icon for regular update. You can join us on our Facebook page, on our Telegram channel, and on our Instagram also. I will give the link in the description box. There you can post any query if you have. Thanks for watching the video.